There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna party like it's 1929. My bad. Let's do this real quick. Right there. Texans. There we go. It's my Ravens, bruh. Bear with me, I'm just doing something real quick. Alright, now that I'm back, let's do this. Man, it is good to get this running right now, you know?
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is the National Football League.
What's up, baby? Finally got this working a bit, so. EA Sports to the game.
It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans.
Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaunt on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow.
Hope you're feeling better, baby.
As this game continues, so how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Yeah. Just doing a couple little things here real quick. Make sure all is good.
Jackson looking to throw right away. A short throw caught by Andrews. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Got everything going right now, bro. I love it.
Houston territory at the 41. Jackson throwing complete
YouTube,
there, Flowers.
on Twitch
And he is
as
out of
well.
bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
By the way, everybody coming in, welcome. Like, sub, and party on.
That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it.
I'm just staying on for a game, not long,
It's
y'all.
hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, run.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down. So
Yeah, copping on a touchdown, you bitch. Missed touchdown.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Jackson. And
That's
it's
crazy,
incomplete.
bro.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And on
what's
the
up,
opening
Josh?
drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a
Alright,
turnover
bet.
on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
First and 10, it's Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards
Got
there
you,
to start the
Josh.
drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. And when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Get your ass to the floor, bruh.
Midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Play 3 of the drive not is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right
What
to the
is it,
teeth of the
Thursday?
blitz as the
Happy
linebacker
Thursday.
was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Stroud on third down now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not
What's up, baby? What's
If we feel
up?
good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Alright, now I'm done getting my rear end whooped over here.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space.
At least you're looking
none
up.
on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
You got me.
Now it's
That's all that matters.
Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he'll be taken down.
Hey, there's your full 10. Now shove it.
At the 45 in enemy territory. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the
Welcome
first.
everybody
He's a
joining.
talented runner, and that means he's
That
always
was your,
looking for bigger
I
gains
guess,
when he takes
day
off.
going so far.
Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his leg.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across
Look at that boy,
midfield and down to
for
the
real.
36. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ass whooped over. Here you go. Real.
Now Stroud. Man open.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
Right
Maybe
over my
not
boy
counting
there.
on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll
Get your
take
ass
it
out
from
of here,
the
man.
18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I
do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Where's all my nightly stoners out here, man?
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Come on, Pierce. It's Pearson, man. Nope.
They give to
Yeah.
try to pick it up, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A little mid-game bait. Let's do it. Yeah, just pump that already, bro. Get it out of here.
Fairbairn comes on from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL
I wasn't trying to let them score,
defense.
but, you know, you suck.
Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Play about anything.
Hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter.
Nope.
Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. Leap it, he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Crazy, man.
Nothing open
Texans are kind of
downfield. He
ruthless
keeps
over
it
here.
himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Oh, come on, y'all can see me get my rear end whooped over here.
Microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken
I'll
in
take
by
that. Thank you
Andrews.
very much.
Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his...
And now before we get to the extra
Really,
play,
a booth
remember,
review,
all
man?
touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
What?
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
All right. Be back. Ready for business.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Just I know a lot of people are young out there and don't know where it's from. All right. That's my boy Matthew McConaughey right there.
Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And Stroud now to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Couldn't get that fumble, bro? Really?
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now the Texans
I like
one of their 2 remaining
crazy
timeouts.
stuff like that.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, for anybody new joining, like, sub, share the stream.
Here's Tommy Townsend.
You can have your auntie, your mama, and your grandma subscribe.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens going to get one more drive here first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 30.
I got the speed on my side, though.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Halftime report. Texans are getting whooped. I got a touchdown. Ready? I'll get this accurate kickoff.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is crazy work,
Plenty
man.
of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Mixing up the middle.
Wow, I just got flagged for
They
that.
could only get 1. 4th down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. Touchdown.
There's no way, dude.
Stephon Diggs.
His feet weren't even in the thing, dog.
Yards for the touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
That sucks.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Hold that up one set. Let's do this.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Jackson. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in.
See that? That was crazy work, bro.
Field and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jalen Petrie collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
If we do that play,
following the sack, they'll try to
I
change their fortune here on
there.
2nd and 13. Now Jackson rolling to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to
man,
go
I thought I
for
had
it
that
on
play.
4th down. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Probably worse than to do the watch stick, man.
Catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Jackson.
Touchdown, baby.
Adjustment. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into the 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And now look at him go.
What? Bro, he took it down the whole field, man.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'm trying. These Texans are putting up a fight, though.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's let him pick my place then.
Come out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Now it's Mixon running right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Stroud now on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
What?
Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 40 yards. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
down for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 40-yard line.
I'm not listening that work there, man.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
See, if I did that exact thing that dude just did, I'd be completely hit with holding and all that. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
For pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
They get away with
enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, I just gotta run it then.
In there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace.
There's no way that was
3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep...
And that is clocked.
Got that by screen.
Pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This is
crazy,
crazy,
He's
man.
made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2.
Gotta get this touchdown, bruh. Come on.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Able to shake, feeling the pressure here.
I couldn't run, throw, nothing, bruh.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Touchdown again, bruh.
It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is
Look at that. Oh, I got that 1 point ahead of me, bro.
here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They rolled the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like
Crazy, bro. I didn't think I had that at all.
Push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Watch.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing now is Stroud. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Stroud to throw it. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Dude, why they all just falling like bowling pins, bro?
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to
My first dude, like, instead of just tackling, just ran to the side like a...
You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Stroud, that's on at the 2.
Dude, I read that move. I don't know if any of you seen.
This lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
You're joining the stream so far, or you're new here,
Jackson and the Ravens,
hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on post notifications too.
How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. back to the air. Jackson following the pick six. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So better hope that fool. This is gonna be my last game, y'all. So it's just a short stream from now because I'm going live again in like 4 hours for a bit.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 3. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And maybe a surprise for a team that plays its games indoors to come out in the elements and play the way that they did. Were you surprised at all?
I think a little bit, yes. But I often think back to some of the great coaches of the past. They decided to not deal with
I don't know if I'm gonna
in
win
other
this
words,
one,
a lot of coaches would say, well, if you're going to get prepared for a game, you have to practice in that type of
That's what I
condition.
thought.
Others
Well,
would say, forget all that.
listen, everyone.
Get your preparation
GG.
during the week, the
Thank
best
you.
prep possible.
Love, appreciation, support. This is goodbye for now, and I'll see you all in a couple hours.